me, Amber D, and thank you so much for coming through for another video. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, girl. So it has been a pretty eventful day for me. Very good, very productive, very relaxing, very calming, a very good day. So I got up, I did my writing session. I was telling you in my last video that I finished the final edits of the last book I was working on, which is a novella. This morning I started writing my upcoming short story that'll be a part of my sex tape Chronicles. And that'll be out in July. And then I'll finish that tomorrow and edit on Sunday. And then next weekend I'll do the same thing. And then immediately following that, I'll start on my next book, which will be part 2 in the series of the book that I just finished last weekend. So staying on course. Everything is going along with the plan that I have. And all is looking good. But after that, after my writing session for the morning, I made myself some tea. I had some of my decaffeinated pomegranate green tea. And when I first started drinking it, I was obsessed with drinking it cold, like as a refresher. I would make a whole pitcher of it and have it in the refrigerator, and I would just make myself a little pomegranate green tea refresher drink every morning with lemon juice and honey. But here more recently, I've been enjoying drinking it warm with just a little bit of honey. And I made myself some tea. I went and did a little backyard yoga. I was a little nervous about the yoga because I've talked to you before about, the older I get, the more allergies I just grow into. Things I eat will be irritating to me, and things outside will irritate my skin, and I'll just start itching. So before I went and did my backyard yoga, I took a Zyrtec, and then I also put on some extra strength hydrocortisone cream. And I had that on my feet just in case, being out in the grass would make my feet start itching or anything like that. And so far, so good. It's June, and a week or so is going to officially be summer. And for the past few years, as I've been growing into more and more allergies, I've kind of been avoiding too many outside activities in the summertime. And, a lot of us kind of get seasonal depression in the colder months, and we're just kind of inside and getting more and more depressed because the days are shorter. We're getting less vitamin D. Any seasonal depression that I may have will be lifted as soon as, the days become longer and there's more sunshine outside. But I will still purposely avoid too many outside activities, because even being in the car for too long on a hot sunny day will irritate my skin. And when by the end of the day, I'm itching like crazy just because of the heat. And so I wanted to make it, a point of mine this summer is to, still try to do some outside activities, but be really strategic in how and when. So this morning I went and did my outside yoga. The sun wasn't fully out yet. The yard was still a little dewy from, all of the morningness. There was some fog. It's been a little rainy the past couple of days, but, in the morning and the evening we've had some rain, and the afternoons have been really sunny and really hot. So I've been doing my best to just kind of work around what I have so I can still enjoy some outside time. And today I feel like I did that. After I finished my backyard yoga, then I went and got my nails done. Just, me, a little baby design, but still keeping it cute and colorful for June, kind of match my jacket a little bit. And then from there, I went to the library. I haven't been to the library in a few years now. And it was a good little library visit. I didn't find any books that I actually wanted to check out. The library I went to didn't have the biggest selection of Black authors that I was hoping for, but at the same time, I wasn't really expecting them to. The area of the library I went to was pretty diverse, and they did have a pretty diverse, selection to choose from as far as authors and books go. But I was hoping for a lot more Black authors to choose from. I was actually hoping to find the book of the month for my book club, which is called A Sky Full of Love. I was hoping to find a physical copy in the library that I could check out. Just knowing what the book is about, it's not really a book that I felt like I wanted to own and have as a part of my own personal collection. So I was going to try to go and, check it out from the library and then read it for this month and turn it back in, but they didn't have it, which again is not a shock. I was hoping they did, but they didn't. But while I was there, I still was able to kind of get some work done. I took my tablet and my little portable case that I was using when I first got it. I packed up all my stuff in my book club tote, Black Women Read To, that I got from the vision board party that I went to just this past April. I got that tote, and that's the first time I've actually used it. I usually just have it hanging over here, but I packed up all my stuff. I had my tablet holder and a little keyboard and some of my notebooks and everything, and I just went, and I was, like I said, I was hoping to actually check out a book or two as well, but since I didn't, I just kind of found a quiet little corner and got a little bit more work done on the book that I started this morning. But I'm excited about the direction the summer is going. Like I said, I'm being very intentional about how I spend my summer, bringing in some more outside activities into the mix this summer. So we'll see how that goes. I do have some plans with some family later on this month. It's not super outside, but it's a little bit outside. So that'll probably be the next thing I do that's purposely outside. And then I know I want to do some fun stuff with husband outside this summer as well. But for the most part, that is all I got going on today. I am going to rest and kick my feet up and probably get a little bit more reading in of said book of the month. Because some of the women, here we are on June 5th, and some of the women have already finished the book of the month. We do have a side quest book because some women do read the book so fast. So we'll have a second book that we'll all kind of buddy read together that's outside of our book of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and get in some chapters of the book of the month, and I'll probably finish that by the weekend and then get started on our side quest book sometime next week. But that is it for me, girl. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.